how to create an Excel chart with icons, with images. It's way better than use a traditional chart in Excel. For sure, you can use, if you prefer, a traditional chart. However, look at the difference between a chart that we can do ourselves, step by step from scratch. It's way professional, more beautiful, modern. And you can also use this chart into an Excel presentation, into meetings, into a dashboard, and etc. And the cool part about this chart is the icons, of course, and on top of that, we have also the slicers where we can filter based on any criteria, any option. So step by step, instead of using a traditional chart, let's see how can we create this chart with icons in Excel. The first thing we need, doesn't matter the type of data set, but you actually need a data set. And I'm going to leave this file in the description, okay? So you can follow the tutorial along with me. But you need to have a data set. Doesn't matter if it's a rate data set, if it's a cash flow data set, if it's HR, human resources, and etc. In my case, I have a production data set with the date, the shift, production line, and units produced. What I need to do? I think it's very important to transform this data set into a table. Why? Because we can transform the table into a pivot table to summarize the data, and of course we can have more easy work when we want to update the data set, of course. However, let's say if I want to create a chart in Excel and I have a large data set with many rows and many columns, I can select the column that I want, and then the column with the values. And if I go to insert and then a column chart, for example, look what's going to happen. This chart is not understandable because there's many repeated information, such as night shift appears once and then twice, and then the third time, fourth time, fifth time, and etc. So instead of having repeated values, we can summarize the data in a more clean chart. And this is what I'm going to do. So I'm showing you here the full process. From the data set, I can select everything, click, hold, and drag until the bottom. Okay, make sure everything's selected. Then you can go to insert table and be mindful because yes, my table has headers. So mark this checkbox and then okay. Now that we already have a table in Excel, we are going to add a second table. However, this time is not a format as a table, but to insert a pivot table from this table right here. So pivot table, let's just click OK, and Excel is going to create a new worksheet for us here at the bottom, sheet number 3. To the left, we can see the pivot table itself. However, it's blank. There's no information at all. And to the right, we can see the configuration or the pivot table fields. Those options that you can see here are the columns that we have on our table. So date, shift, production line, units produced. And right here at the bottom, we have the fields areas, such as the filters, rows, columns, and values. Basically, we can take any information up here, click, hold, and drag to those areas. So let me show you here an example that we are actually going to use in this example. Let me take the production shift. I think I'm going to shift, click, hold, and drag within rows. Now, if we go to the pivot table, in each row, Excel creates a different category. Let's say the shifts: afternoon shift, morning shift, night shift, overnight shift. Now I need to fill those categories with values, because this is what the chart is all about, right? Values. Let me take the unit produced, click, hold, and drag within values. Now Excel summarizes the values using as criteria the categories that we have. Now we can move on to the other step, that is to, from this pivot table, insert a column chart. And let me bring this new chart up here to the left, and using this little circle, this handle, I can click, hold, and drag to the right to make it wider, and I can narrow it up like this, or narrow it down, but you know what I mean. Another thing that we can do that is going to be very important is Of course, this is a working chart. We can use this chart already, but in order to input the images upon the chart, we need to have another column. Right now, we have only one type of column, that is the blue column. We need to add another one. Or, in other words, we need to duplicate those columns because the second set of columns are going to help us with the images, with the icons. So this is the purpose of the second set of columns. And to do that, let me go to the pivot table again and jump to the right and take again units produced, click, hold, and drag within values. As you guys can see right now, I have two duplicated values or columns to each category. The second column, let's say the orange one, can be transformed into the icons. And to do that, let me right click in the chart and then I can go to change chart type. All the way down, I can select combo, that is the short form for combination. We are going to combine two different charts. Let me use a column for the first option and a line to the second one, and just click OK. The line chart is going to help us with the images because instead of the line itself, we can use in the line a little mark. And this mark that we are going to add in just a second is going to help us with the images. So right click on the line and then go to Format Data Series, go all the way here to the right, and on this first icon, fill and line, click, and then go to marker options, built in, and select any type. It can be this square, doesn't matter, and increase a little bit the size just to make it easier to work with. You can close this panel. Okay, now we have those marks, and the mark doesn't mean the image or the icon is going to be about the size. No, it doesn't. It's not to do with the size. Okay, it's just to make it easier to click on the marks individually. So all those marks are selected right now. However, if I click again in just one single mark, let's say night shift, only this mark is going to be selected. And because the marks are ready, we can insert the images itself that we are going to use. So clicking any cell of Excel, let's say this one right here, cell B25, and then insert pictures. It depends on your Excel version. However, in my case, because I have a new Excel version, I have two options within pictures: place in cell and place over cells. However, you can go here, place over cells, and then this device. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select some pictures, some images, some icons from my device, from my computer, from the folder of my computer. So this device, Excel is going to open up some folders of your computer, and then you can select the image that you're going to use. And to select all the images at once, you can just click, hold, and drag to select all the images. Or if you prefer, you can click in the first one, and then with the help of Control key, you can press and hold, and then select the other images at once. I think it's way easier. And then you can go to Insert. Excel is going to include all the images over the cells. However, don't click in anywhere. Just go to the images itself, click, hold, and drag it then up. And with the circles, you can click, hold, and reduce the height and the width. Let's do it one more time. Okay, I just need small images because the size of the images right here, yeah, they matter. So let me take those images and bring them down underneath the chart. And as you guys can see, there are images that are different size from each other. So let me make sure all the images have the same size, like this. This one I can reduce the width. There's circumference, right? The girth, like this, and also this one right here. Yeah, that's it. I think those are almost identical in size standards, let's say. Okay, now what we can do? I can click on the first image, and then I can copy this image. And how do we copy things in Excel? We can use Control-C, and then we can use Control-V to paste. So Control-C in the first image, go to the markers, As you can notice, all the markers are selected. So if I press Ctrl V, look what's going to happen. All the markers turns into the same image. This was not what I was looking for. However, okay. So let me go to the second image, Ctrl C. This is the overnight shift. So let me click on the marker that means the overnight shift. Click again to confirm just this single marker and not all of them, and then Ctrl V. This is how I can change only one specific marker. And I can do the same process to all the icons. Let me go to the morning shift, Ctrl C, click on the morning marker, and then the afternoon, click cope, and then go to the afternoon shift, click one more time to select just this specific marker, and then Ctrl V to paste. And that's it. Now we have all the icons, and as you can notice, some images are a little different from a size perspective than others. But anyway, you can adjust better the images when you're doing yourself, right? And this line in the background, I can remove, so I can select the line, right click, and then go to Format Data Series. All the way here to the right, I can select the first icon and go to line and go to no line. That's it. And some improvements you can do with the chart just to make a more polished layout is you can select the whole chart and get rid of the informations that you don't think are necessary, such as those buttons right here. Go to PivotChart Analyze, Build Buttons, and hide all. And you can also do the same to the legend. Just click and delete. That's it. Now go to the column itself, right click, and then Format Data Series. What we can do with this column is maybe change the fill color, maybe add a shadow, because I think it's going to look way better. Click Effects, Shadow, add a shadow, go to the fill color, and let me select a dark blue. Okay, I like this one. Let me reduce the width of the chart. I think it's way better. And now let me click on the images, right click, Format Data Series, and do a similar process. Add a effect that is the shadow. Okay, guys, now I think I'm done with the chart. Or just one more simple thing. I can add a title to this chart. So click on the chart, go to Design, Add Chart Element, and then Chart Title above Chart. I'm going to change this title to Chart with Icons. However, you can use the name that you think fits best in your case. And to add the filters buttons to automatically filter the chart whenever you select an option, you can use slicers. So click on the pivot table and then go to pivot table Analyze, insert slicer, and from here you can use any column to filter the chart, to filter the data. You can use to filter by date, by production line, and etc. I'm going to use production line, click OK, and let me place the production line above the second column of the pivot table because it's a repetitive column, right? Let me increase the width of this panel. Let me click, hold, and drag upwards. And I can also change the layout of the slicer, such as if I go to slicer, I can increase the number of columns from 1 to 2, and the height I may change to 3. I think it's way better. And let me also change the fill color to a dark blue. Okay, so our chart is done, and this is how we can create a more professional, polished, and modern chart in Excel. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you can use this type of chart in a presentation, into a professional template in Excel, into a dashboard, and so on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I see you in the next one.